Yes, my goodness and my goodness. Hey, welcome back to the bird's nest. Oh, whatever, man. Okay, the Browns got beat like a redheaded stepchild. Shador had his first game starting in I don't know how long. Uh, not getting a touchdown. Hey, Artie Artie, not getting a touchdown in a game. This is the first time for Shador, and I don't remember how long. I do believe that he holds the Colorado record for, and it might be college record for number of games where you get a touchdown in the game. So this will be the first time in a very long time that Shador did not get a touchdown in a game that he started. So, Neff had a terrible game today. You know, it was bad. He had a lot of picks and he had a lot of sacks. And you know, I'm not upset and I didn't think it was bad. It was bad, you know, of course it was bad. But it was a bad performance. You know what I'm saying? Quarterbacks do not have a great game every day. And so Neff had a bad game today. It was very bad. It was against a good team. The Bears are playing good this season. And so, you know, I don't think anything of it. He had a bad game. It was bad. It could have been slightly better, but, you know, he doesn't have much of a team right now. He doesn't have the chemistry with his wide receivers that he needs. And I'm not going to write those guys off yet because I know how badly Shador needs that. And so until he gets it, this is what we're going to get. Sometimes it's going to be good, sometimes it's going to be bad. Now, the commentators were talking about Shador is relying on Fannin too much. He trusts Fannin. Fannin works with him after practice. I mean, they don't run routes like he likes to see. That's what he wants them to do. That's what he's going to need to do with them away from practice. Just the wide receivers running routes with Shador. Shador looking at him. How he move. How can I tell what his body is doing before he goes left or before he goes right? How does his body look? Like Shador is going to need all that. That's what Shador needs, guys. And so until he gets that, these good games that he's having is kind of like luck. He's going out on a limb and he's just trying to trust himself. So this is what we're going to get. So I'm not upset about this game at all. I already had budget. I thought he was going to score more. I did. But it wasn't the day for that. He threw a touchdown to Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy dropped it into an interception for Shador. So that was an interception when it should have been a touchdown. And so at least he would have got one touchdown in the game. And then on that final drive, for some reason, with them being in the red zone and Shador did miss an open Gage Larvadain. I don't know if he didn't see him or if he doesn't trust him anymore because Gage been messing up for weeks. Like, I feel like when that happens, Shador be off of a wide receiver for a minute, and that's what happened with him and Jerry Jeudy, where they got into it on the sideline. Jerry had been dropping all those balls, and Shador really wasn't feeling him like that. That's what I think. That's what I think was happening. He didn't want to throw to him. My phone froze for a minute. He likes throwing to Fannin because he can trust Fannin, and Fannin works with him at the practice. I don't know if anybody else does that, but that's the only two people that I have heard say they work together after practice. They don't run routes, and I don't know why not when that's what Shador requires, but they don't. They do not do that, but they go over the tablet together. That's what they said. And lo and behold, he is Shador's favorite target. Shador doesn't like to say that, and he has been asked that. And he has said twice now that Fannin's not his favorite target. He's the guy that's open. But there's been times that other guys was open. Gage Larvadain was open today on that final 2-minute drill. And was there another one? I can't remember. Oh, and then so on top of that, so he missed it to Gage Larvadan, and he took a sack. I don't even know how many sacks he has today. I lost count. It might be 3 or 4. Um, they didn't have Quinshawn on that last drive. I didn't understand why they did. They have some other running. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe they had some other running back in there, and I don't even know who the third running back is. I only know Sampson and Quinshawn. There's got to be another one, and I just don't know. Maybe he was in there. So they were making it so that either a wide receiver, Phantom might have been in there. I'll have to look back, and I can't look back on NFL Ticket. As expensive as it is, you can't look back at the games. Let's see what y'all talking about. Shador did a great job. Hey, Artie already said hi. I hope he learned a lot. He'll be able to look at this film and learn some things. Who do they play next? I don't feel like logging onto my work computer. I don't know who they play. Let's see. Let me count backwards. So they got 3 games left. The last game is the Bengals. The game before that is the Steelers. Oh, they getting ready to play the Bills. Another hard game. Another hard game. So this is a good game to have had before that game. And they can look at the film and they can see where they went wrong and what they can fix. And I don't know. We gotta find a way to get some. Well, I just can't expect much this season with getting the chemistry with the wide receivers that he needs. I can't expect much right now. But the play calling was still bad. Bad play calling. Tell me something. Somebody tell me. Do you not have to get creative on run plays? Is every run play straight down the middle? Because that's what Quinshawn has been doing for weeks now. I would like to know the last time Quinshawn had good I keep saying miles. The last time Quinshawn had good yards in a game. It's been a long time, guys. It's been several weeks since Quinshawn had a good yards in a game. So I want to know, is there some way that you can design a play so that the running back can get somewhere? Because he ain't getting nowhere right now. So they got to figure that out because teams done took Quinshawn out the game. And now they saying, the commentator saying he needs to, that's what I lost my point. When I was saying, the commentator was saying that he's got to stop relying on Fannin so much. Well, for one thing, that's the one he has the most chemistry with. And that's the one that gets open the most. Or maybe that's in his mind. Because Gage was open. But I don't think he trusts Gage because Gage been messing up on special teams. Even I have started thinking Gage is not as ready as we thought he was for the big show. Rookie mistakes, no help. No help. Defense did good today, better than the past 2 games, so I was happy about that. They gave us a chance, and the Bears were not perfect. Because defense was doing their job. If we could have made something happen on offense, it just wasn't, in the beginning, in the first half, the O-line was breaking down, and it just wasn't even an opportunity to do much in the first half. But the second half, at the end of the first half and the second half, they seem to be a little bit better, a little bit, not much, but a little, That Jerry Jeudy giveaway interception lost momentum and lost the game. Oh, I wouldn't say it lost the game. That's a stretch. We got killed. We didn't get killed by 1 touchdown. We got killed. But yeah, that was a bad interception. If he's not named QB1, then he won't be able to work with them. Artie, I am not worried about that one bit. I don't know, of course. Call it my intuition, That's all I can call it, but Shador's the franchise quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. The front office knows that. That's how I feel. I don't think he's going anywhere. They've been riding with him all season, trading away those quarterbacks. That was for Shador. That was for Shador. Because Kevin Stefanski didn't want to play him. But Andrew Sperry said you're going to play him. And now they done rolled out the red carpet on Shador. With the marketing and all that. I do believe that Shador is already identified as QB1 for the Cleveland Browns. I believe that. And I know that they can work around him. And they know how his mind works. Because he's in the building with them. So they know he needs an off-season of development with a coach that believes in him. And he's going to come out there and ball next season. Like I said, I think they're going to, just like the Browns struggled last season during Caleb's first season, they had a very rough season. And Shador's season might have looked the same had he been the quarterback the whole season. But they brought him in these last 6.5 games. And so, you know, we're still getting Shador amping up, you know, getting up to speed with the game, you know, the NFL game. But next season, I do believe that they'll be just like the Browns, unless they draft guys that turn out to be busts, like multiple of them. As long as their draft picks pan out, their high ones pan out, I think they'll be so much better off. If he is not named, yeah, I believe he's QB1. I think that's already a done deal. Hey, Hudson, how you doing? That's bad play calling. Already bad play calling. Hey, Esco, S King, Eso King, ALB, Eso King, ALB. Hey, in Armenia. Gage is not ready, right? RD, and I don't even know if he's short too, and just based on having watched the Steelers last season, and they had a short wide receiver, and he was good. What was his name? Calvin. I can't remember his last name. I think his name was Calvin, and he was good as long as he was wide open. No one was around him. Nobody contesting the pass. And he was awesome under those circumstances. But if you want somebody that can win contested passes, like Judy should have got that ball. That was a contested ball though, and he should have got it. And so and he is tall, but he didn't. It wasn't required for him to be tall because it was dropped right in his chest, and he just let it fall through. Let's see. Okay, I'm waiting for my Panthers game. I get to watch my Panthers and the Saints today, so I get to see Shuck today because they say he's been balling out. And he's losing. They said Jackson Dart is balling out, and he's losing. Now, Shador had a bad game today, but he's losing like these rookie quarterbacks do. They in their first year, like Caleb did last year. The next season will tell the story. Now, Jaden Daniels balled out last season, and not as much this season, and although he was injured damn near the whole season, but when he did play, he did not. It wasn't good for him. Same thing with C.J. Stroud. He had that good first season, but the bad second. But now he's coming into his own. Next season, Jaden will, you know, these guys are the future. The you know that boy, the quarterback for Patrick Mahomes. On his way out and out of the playoffs today. On his way out, Lamar Jackson going down. Jalen Hurts going down. So these new guys coming up right now, this is the new wave right now. It's a wave coming through right now of new quarterbacks, and I believe Shador is one of them. And he the way he works, he couldn't like just take off this season without the development. That'll happen next season. I believe that, and I think that the Browns know that, and I think he is their franchise quarterback. No matter what anybody says. Mendoza's not going to come in here and fix anything. Hi, Antithesis. How you doing? Building new stadium. Yup, Selma, new stadium. Oh, and I have heard Cleveland media saying that they don't have to put a better product on the field because the fans stay supporting them. Well, I went to the game last week in Cleveland. Wasn't nobody there. Ain't nobody supporting them. They need to get some wins to get those people back out there, even with Shedeur. So they need to let my nephew develop over the offseason. I don't think they're taking no quarterback, because if they take a quarterback, they're going to throw him right back into the same situation, because they will have to trade up to get him. And they can't afford to trade picks. They need an O-line desperately. Stefanski got to go. Yes, Artie, it was catchable. The fact that they have Jerry Jeudy as their wide receiver one, and the fact that no one has stepped up to take that job from him, namely Isaiah Bond. He's really the only one being given a chance to do it. They Thrash balled out in the preseason, and they have not given him a shot this season. I don't know why. I don't know why they do that. They did the same thing with Shedeur. Shedeur balled out in the preseason, training camp and all that. And instead of trying to even develop him a little bit, they gave him no development. Even though he was balling out more than the other quarterbacks, Shedeur was always their best option at quarterback, and they ignored that. They're doing the same thing with Thrash. So with the play calling, with the personnel selection, with so many things being off, they were not going to be successful this year. I don't know if they were tanking on purpose. It almost looks like that. The fact that they took Quinshawn out of the game on that last red zone drive, I didn't understand that. Giving Shedeur only the option to throw to a wide receiver or run it in himself. Stefanski just makes the wrong play call all the time. Like, it'd be blatant. And he just keeps doing the wrong. And I forgot. Not Stefanski. Tommy Rees. But Tommy Rees is still the offensive coordinator for Kevin Stefanski, who's an offensive coach. So having an offensive coach, allegedly, that's what they say, he's an offensive coach. Having that, hold on, where's the Panthers game? Having that takes power away from the offensive coordinator. Like, the defensive coordinator he has to control the defense, right? Because Kevin Stefanski can't do that. But it takes power from the offensive coordinator. So, if a defensive player, if a defensive coach were the head coach, that would give Tommy more freedom, and then we could see what kind of offense would he actually run. Because right now, he's just running Stefanski's offense. Cleveland people are saying on another channel that 12 needs to be traded. These people in Cleveland are crazy. Well, Artie, not everybody thinks the same. Everybody doesn't think the same. So, there have always been. There are people, Browns fans, who want Mendoza. They're accustomed to switching quarterbacks every year. They're just accustomed to that, never letting a quarterback get up to speed, just get rid of them. But it doesn't matter, because they don't make the decisions for the team. And maybe next season, after a new regime comes in and they're not throwing Shedeur under the bus to the media all the time, the fans can, warm up to him. Because the Browns have that weird culture where they malign their players in the media if they don't like them. Well, really, it's Kevin Stefanski. I don't know if this was happening before he got there. I know that this is a practice that they do since he's been there, because he did it to Baker Mayfield, where they really use the media to turn them against their players. It's very strange in Cleveland. Kevin Stefanski needs to go because of that. And if that is something that he gets from the top, which I really don't believe, he seems to be very connected with media people. And that's just what it is, and he's going to take that wherever he goes. I hope it doesn't come from the front office, though. Like, keep some stuff in house. The things that are going on with Shador, like Shador being the franchise quarterback, is not something that Stefanski would be privy to, because Jimmy Haslam and Andrew Berry appear to be distancing themselves from him, so they're not sharing that information with him. But something's going on, because Tommy Rees keeps turning down high-profile football jobs. Head coach. And they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. So he keeps turning them down. Every time a coaching job comes up at a big-time D1 school, Tommy Rees be on their list. You know, the guy just went out and got caught having an affair with his assistant and doubling her salary, and then going over to her house and threatening to kill himself in front of her and getting himself arrested. That job was offered to Tommy Rees. He keeps turning them down. And the only reason I can think of him turning down these high-profile head coaching positions at the college level is because the Browns done told him something. Why would he be turning down those jobs when he sees that Kevin Stefanski is clearly on his way out? Yet he turning down jobs. So I feel like they told him something. He feels like his job is safe, and not that it's safe, because it seemed like to me, I wouldn't be turning down no head coaching job at no big university just to say the offensive coordinator for the Browns. So I'm wondering if he's about to become the head coach of the Browns. And I told y'all, Shador liked to touch people. He's very touchy. It might be, well, it's never really soft, but he touches people a lot, whether it be hugging them, just touching them, if he's pushing them and tapping them. He does that to people. He's always touching them, and I had said I've never seen him touch Kevin Stefanski. But he be touching Tommy Rees. So I think he likes him, and so I'm cool with that. And hopefully, Jason Lloyd tying Tommy Rees to the decision to bench Shador for the season. Hopefully he didn't really think that, and he was just going along with Kevin because that was his boss or whatever. Although that's wimpy to me, but whatever, bro. I guess you gotta keep your job, until you can do something different. So, but Tommy Rees has a good pedigree. Not only is he a highly sought after coach, and they want him for a head coach, he has experience as an offensive coordinator at the college level, and he himself was a quarterback for Notre Dame, and he took them to a championship. They didn't win, but he did lead them to a championship. So I would love him to be the coach, or the offensive coordinator with power, so that the next coach they bring in would be a defensive head coach, and then Tommy would really own the offense, and he would make the playbook, and then we see how he would go from there. I would like to see that from a former quarterback. So, based on how I'm thinking this could go, I'm excited for next season. Stefanski will be gone. I'm from Cleveland, and I'm rocking with Shador. Right, antithesis. Everybody don't think the same. Some people gonna like him and some people aren't, but I think most people are on board with Shador. Yes, even though today's game was bad, they saw the dog in him. That's what I like. That's what I'm not even concerned, y'all. They saw that dog in him. He threw that the touchdown. I mean, not the touchdown, the long beautiful pass to Isaiah Bond, and then he threw that pass while he was getting tackled. Completion to Fannin, and then he threw that touchdown to Judy. So there's no reason to be doubting Shador right now. And anybody that's out on Shador because he had a bad game, they're not serious. And you know, I don't take them seriously. Tommy Rees play calling. Yeah. Tommy Rees been playing call. He's been the play caller ever since Shador been starting. I believe he started calling plays the week before that. Let's see how my own Panthers do, because we fighting. First down, we fighting for our playoff spot. We in there like swimwear, unlike the Browns. The Browns done came out with a T-shirt, a Shador T-shirt that says I'm who they've been looking for. I want that T-shirt. I'm scared to buy any more Browns merch. Now, as sure as I feel that Shador is the franchise quarterback, I don't want to buy any more merch until that's official. And unless they announce it and say we're moving forward with Shador, unless they just announce that sometime soon, the only way we're going to know is during the draft. Whoever they take first in the draft. I'd like for it to be a wide receiver. Jerry Jeudy being your wide receiver 1 is a sure sign of weakness. You weak. And the fact that nobody can jump up and, well, they can't even come up and steal the job, because right now the Browns are not even a meritocracy. So if you even did try to jump up and like Thrash, not even getting an opportunity, keep sending Isaiah out there who's struggling, I assume, to get open. That's the problem with Isaiah. He can catch the ball when he finally gets open, but apparently he's not getting open. I would like to take a look at how Isaiah been looking. We don't normally look at like what he's doing to know what the problem is with him and why he's not getting targets. I believe if he was open, he would be getting targets. Third and 5. Oh, first down, to the ground. Hey, nice job, Bryce. I might have to stop criticizing Bryce, y'all. Yeah, Judy's terrible. Yeah, but already, well, he's calling Stefanski plays. It's still Stefanski's playbook. I don't know how much they change plays in the middle of the season. I think they probably did have to do some adjustments for Shador, because, as we know, they did no preparation for Shador to even play. So when if you're gonna take into account having a quarterback that throws, is a pocket passer, then they would have had to create some plays later, because they didn't even have him before. Who's that? That'll hurt. He been balling. He looking hurt too. Good luck, bro. Okay. Okay. Well, that's that. I'm gonna watch my game and all the after game commentary, see how they do. Alright, look, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna be zen. I'm not gonna let anybody upset me, because I know my nephew had a bad game, and some people gonna be more traumatized by that than others, and so I'm gonna have to be open to that, receiving that, because Neff he truly, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, but statistically it was horrible, and they lost. And he got the first game, and I don't even know how long, of him not getting a touchdown in the game. This is the first time as a starter for Neff. So I know he's going to be in that film room, and hopefully we'll see a better game next week, because they had a good team this week, and they're going to have a good team next week, and hopefully these two good teams being back-to-back and learning from them will set them up nicely to beat the Steelers and the Bengals. That's what I want to see. And then some of the injured players may be back by then too. Because we got some, like Aiden Hutchinson being out is a big loss. Aiden Huntington We didn't have Njoku today or Samson. We didn't have a lot of weapons today. He just didn't. So, let me get out there in these football commentary streets and see what everybody's saying about Neff, and hopefully it's not too ridiculous. But I'm mentally prepared for it to be ridiculous because he didn't have a great game, and that's okay. So that's that. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching. And if y'all have other teams besides the Brown, like me, the Browns, I hope you have good luck today. Mwah. Oh, don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys. See you later.